Okay, so welcome back to the world of Ukrainian abetka. This is our final lesson on this topic, and you know what? No jokes today. Seriously. Do you remember the first video of this series where I showed you this and told you the red letters mostly stand for the unique pronunciations? Guess what you will do today? Suffer. But this is a nice pain because your brain, as some muscle, did some sport. Stay with me, and in the end, I will give you one nice Ukrainian hack. Coming back to our letters, T. We already know how to say ni, but there are life situations in which you'd rather say tak. Practice time. It's 10 p.m., Friday, and you had all your working hours from 7 a.m. And then your friend goes, "Hey, you want to party tonight?" Так, звісно. Oh, Ivan, it was a nice dinner. Do you want a dessert? Так, завжди. All right, meet the ancient state symbol Trizúb, or Trident in English. It came to us from Kyievska Rus time, and it was the general symbol of the great Rurikovich family. The Rurikids were the ruling dynasty of Kievan Rus. U. A simple yet interesting adverb I want to share is уже, and the translation is already. This guy has a sibling, вже, and despite the complicated and unique inner worlds, they are the same. More about its usage rule after. Believe it or not, this is the most favorite letter of Ukrainians. Because we don't say Ukraine, we say Україна, понад усе. And congrats, you already know all the letters of this word. The least used letter in the abetka is F. If you want to propose to your friends on a movie night, use the word film. Be ready, the next word is outstanding. We enjoy using it because it can be anything that represents a positive description of something. Fajno can mean nicely, beautifully, high quality, good, and also restaurant, rock band, internet shop, whatever, really. Be careful, if you want to use the adjective male form, you say fajny. H. Do you remember selo from the previous video? So, in villages, times ago and now, we have a special type of home, and its name is hata. Usually, it is recognizable by the straw roof since it's very, very old building technology. Also, one of the irreplaceable national symbols is хліб, so just a simple bread. Years before and now, we keep a hospitality tradition in Ukraine to meet the guests with bread and salt. Nowadays, we may partially use it as the wedding tradition. So, in the right bottom corner of the video, I also warmly welcome you to this channel with the bread and salt subscribe button. Se. I believe the next one is in the top 10 used words in daily life. Se. Or just it. It is. It's. If you want to point to something, you use the construction se or tseje. Remember, the verb to be is not necessary in Ukrainian sentences. The examples are це Іван Франко, це файно, це є церква. Yes, this is the next word that means a church. My generation of young people may not get it, but it's true that religion is involved in our lives, and sometimes we even make unconscious references like Боже and дякувати Богу when reacting or commenting on something. But in the meantime, I cannot say that a tent in church is a real rule in Ukraine. Thank God. Sure. Check out the nice word for asking questions. Чому means why. Since the very beginning, people have been wondering some fundamental questions. For example, чому небо блакитне? Чому трава зелена? Чому 42? And the list goes on. A little advice is to pronounce ch as hard as you can. It's never soft. And so, no jokes, remember? In this context, I have a big national tragedy to talk about. Chernobyl is known for the nuclear disaster and huge environmental lesson. Sha. You might think it's a unique sound until you try to say sure. Because really, you don't say sur unless you're French. Try to pronounce this one. Chance. So a chance. I guess it's a pretty similar sound set. Speaking today's language, meet the Ukrainian influencer number one of the 19th century, Taras Shevchenko, Ukraine's beloved poet, artist, and national hero. I wouldn't be surprised if you heard of him before. Sh. Compared to the previous case, just imagine you're a snake. If you're a girl, it would be easier for you. Once again, sha, sha. Continuing with the top question words, we have simple sho, that means what? Another traditional ritual is to sing Shedrivka close to New Year's time. The point of this song is to glorify the visitee and to wish well-being to his family. Magic time! I promise there are 33 letters, but if we really count all the sounds, I have bad news. The name of this letter is м'який знак, or a soft sign, and it doesn't represent any sound. What it does is it creates some problems for you. It's placed after the letter we intend to make soft. The only possible places are after hard d, t, z, s, ц, l, n. Accordingly, the soft version is d, t, z, s, ц, l, n. You. Once again, you use this sound more often than you think. Honestly, we don't have many words for you, so we will not waste time. Let's put Jupiter here and юность, so youth. Watch out, T here is soft. So not юность, but юность. Yeah. Finally, the last one yet powerful and important. Need no more letters after ya to say I. On the other side, I prepared яйце for you. The egg symbolized the beginning, the birth of life, a new life with no in the Ukrainian alphabet. It is a national symbol though, since on Easter celebration we often make писанки. That represents the specially decorated eggs. That's beautiful, no? And now the cherry on the top. I quickly recap that in the Ukrainian language, there are systematic pronunciation rules. The way you hear is the way you spell. We don't ignore any letters. We don't create new sounds out of nowhere. But we consider the emphasis. And based on that, let's do some exercise. Do you see what I'm doing now? Can you read it? Can you leave a comment? with this exercise so I can check its correctness. Pause the video, take your time, and use abetka. Why is it ever a nice idea? You forgot about the Ukrainian vocabulary for now. You're concentrating only on the sounds you already know. That way, you're learning the Ukrainian spelling and preparing to be able to recognize the Ukrainian words. However, I would like to leave some comments. Firstly, there are of course some approximations, like with th sound. It doesn't exist in the Ukrainian alphabet. And additionally, if you take your other native language, I cannot promise it would work with your sound set. Furthermore, you ignore some native Ukrainian sounds. But still, we have enough tricky letters to practice with before this. I wish you good luck. And if you guys have some extra thoughts and opinions, feel free to share down below. While I am improving your listening and pronunciation of everything that we had today.
Так. Тризуб. Уже. Україна. Фільм. Файно. Хата. Хліб. Це. Церква. Чому? Чорнобиль. Шанс. Тарас Шевченко. Що? Щедрівка. Юпітер. Юність. Я. Яйце.
And that's all. Тьом-тьом.